This is the second video that I make today, and it's a continuation of my previous video. Let's see. So I wanted to talk about witchcraft, and so last year I happened to be in a situation that I needed to, I would say, confront the witches and warlocks and their witchcrafts. God put me in that specific place. It's a place, okay? It's a public place, and I believe that particular place has been infested with witches and warlocks for a long time, or that place technically is for them to be a monitoring station for the surrounding area. So if you have watched one of my videos like long time ago, I talked about each city has a number of witches and warlocks to monitor that particular city. So they reside in different areas, and they have their own section, their own area to monitor and influence the residents in that area. So I think I had to confront that place, and I was there for a short time or period, like a short length of that number of days. And so one of the witches there, she directly confront me. She said, like, I did this thing wrong, that thing wrong. Nothing is right. Okay, right? So then I confront her. I say, no, um, this should be correct and that should be correct. So I stated the fact, and then she was like extremely upset. Okay, because she was lying, right? She just twist the facts, and so however you twist it, it's still you cannot make things up. You cannot like if I say one, you cannot say that I said two. So she was upset about, like, she just BSing in front of me, and then like I didn't even care. I just like directly confront her back because she was just being ridiculous, like. So after that conversation, we walked to that the place is kind of rectangle shape. So I was at the if you okay so let's say the left side of that place, front left front. Okay, so she like walking around, and she finally like stand right near me on the left front area of that place. So all of a sudden, the whole left side of that place, the lights went off all together at once. There was a spark before it, like the lights went off, and then she like looked really angry, and then she stomped to the back of the place. So obviously, she was extremely angry because she couldn't hurt me at all, even though she was trying to twist the fact, and then like I said, made false accusations against me. But I just, like confronted her and make sure she wouldn't like do that again to me. And so she was so angry, and then like her powers like turned all the lights off and with a spark. Okay, so after that it took a few minutes to have the lights to come back on. And so that was the first time and the last time that, like, I could say is, if it's in a battle in a world war, it's like the first exchange, fire exchange. I can just use this as a example. So I didn't know that God wanted me to do this. You know, the first time I arrived at that place, I felt weird already. So the first few days, like I felt extremely, the energy extremely negative, and so that was the first time, and the only time, like the spiritual war manifests into physical, and that was the powers that God at that time had given me, to like a major war right in front of my eyes, that I was the one that fight against this witch at this place. It's like a witches and warlocks station. You know what I'm saying? So then then the second time of the battle is less severe, less because I think at that time God has had the Holy Spirit given me the powers to like took over that place, like diminish their powers and cleanse that place. And so one of the person there, she claimed herself she was a follower, but then I think her dedications and her training still lacking. You know, she's not strong enough to fight back the witchcrafts and Satan's powers. So she's half and half. She's a half follower, and she half of Satan's follower. And the good half of her, she walked around the whole place, back and forth for a few times, and with prayers, protection prayers, and we built the demonic energies. We built Satan. So that particular day, and the and then that's another day. So that, but the first time she did that is like so like powerful that not her, she's not powerful. It's like God so powerful that all of the witches and warlocks didn't dare to come out of to the front of that place. They were like hiding at the back. for the whole at least 15 to 20 minutes. So it's so powerful. God was so powerful at that time. So I've just felt sorry for her that half follower, half Satan's follower. She finally succumbed to Satan's powers when I left that place. She turned into one of them. Like, I'm not saying she turned into be a witch, but she turned into be like, she trying to hurt me, so, you know, she like chasing after money finally. At first she was like, okay, if I like win a lottery, I will share with like the people that I, valued. But at the end, when I when I'm leaving that place, she turned into be like a money chaser, and all those worldly stuff. So that's the my personal experience last year. That's the first time that God had me to fight that battle in that um, dwelling place of witches and warlocks. I think they are the monitoring, safeguarding the the area. So and then after that, like many other places, but like less powerful, you know. So now I think the people that I need to interact with every day right now, their witchcraft level not as intense, not as severe as the place that I was in last year. And this time, this one place is weaker. Um, but I think this is maybe it's like the last place that I needed to be before the rapture, maybe. I can see like a lot of people's the people there like they when they talk they like keep sticking out their tongues constantly, like every other second. Really serious. So you can tell they already possessed by demons. Full on have no return. Some of them not necessarily sticking out their tongues as often as the others, but then they you can feel their energy is like very negative. They like a switch. All of a sudden they switch to a dark side. Their facial expressions and there's a dark clouds crowning over their forehead. You know, if you can see that level, I'm not saying a higher level, but if you can see that side of the powers, negative powers, demonic powers of people. So it's like just a switch, like a light switch. You just turn it on, and then they all of a sudden it's just like their eyes. You can see that in their eyes. It's like just really like in a movie, and so that's that. Um, and right now there are a few confirmations on YouTube that I saw from the past few days saying this is on the blink of the switch. the major event is going to happen at any second now, like on the blink, literally. Not like, oh, we still have a few more seconds, but now it's the time. And I hope this is it. So let's see this weekend.